Welcome back. It's 5:45 now, and Clark County spends some $313 million on homeless services. And then the state, through this last legislative session, is willing to do $100 million for a one-stop shop facility for folks who are experiencing homelessness, and then hoping that others will match that money. Let's talk it out with Rachel O'Brien from OpenTheBooks.com, joining us live this morning. And Rachel, let's start with the numbers here in Clark County. Do you have an estimate about how many people are experiencing homelessness now in town?
Yeah, the most recent figures are from last year, and those are collected during a count that many cities do. It's a point-in-time count that found more than 5,600 people were homeless in Clark County. But an estimated 14,000 people were actually homeless in Southern Nevada at some point during the year. So the state's spending this $100 million on a one-stop shop that, as you mentioned, will be matched. Those programs and services, that's really needed to assist some homeless people.
And we've done so many stories throughout the years where you have folks who are sort of maybe not even caught up in the count. They're couch surfing, so they may be staying with friends and family, kind of going house to house, and they may not be in that number. But the number is what we have to work with. So how does the spending compare here in Las Vegas, Clark County, to the services and spending in other major metropolitan cities?
Yeah, so we know the figure is about $313 million that Clark County specifically spends. You know, the state is different, but many cities struggle with providing for a large homeless population. San Francisco has about 8,000 homeless, and they're spending $356 million during this fiscal year on supportive housing. They plan to spend $1.5 billion over the next 3 years. In Austin, they have a similar number. They have about 5,000 people experiencing homelessness. They're spending millions of dollars every year. Seattle has a huge number, 13,000 people, and they're spending $1 billion over 10 years. So these large cities even have it even worse. LA, their last count was 42,000. Just in the city, 69,000 in all of LA County. New York City, 70,000. And they're all spending hundreds of millions of dollars to try to help people experiencing homelessness.
Well, and we appreciate you providing the context, because oftentimes we'll have stories out of those communities that have to do with those experiencing homelessness on the program, but now we have the figures to go along with it. Rachel, thank you. Appreciate it. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you again next week.